All right. If I'm going to multiply or add, there's a slew of questions on that tomorrow. All right. Remember, you know you're going to, and we're going to practice the heck out of this today. I know I'm going to multiply if I am performing 2 or more events. That's an automatic key. Hey, I got to multiply fractions. Here's another key tomorrow. Look for these in the directions. Look for with replacement and look for without replacement. Maybe you don't notice that you're actually doing something 2 or 3 times, but you notice in the directions, you see the words with replacement and without replacement in there. That tells you guys you should be multiplying some fractions together. And then when do you add? You just look for that one key word in the directions. Or, all right, or that means I'm going to add them together. And just remember, maybe you subtract out what's in common. All right, if there's something in common that you counted twice, I need to subtract that out. And what's the rest of the quiz going to consist of? If it's not multiply or add probabilities, it will consist of the tables. What you guys did yesterday for me, 2-way tables. Filling them in and answering questions just like you did in Delta Math yesterday. Okay, that's the whole quiz tomorrow. Multiply, add, and then using a table to answer some questions. Okay? I will be here 2:15 to 3 if you want to stop by and go over any extra questions with me. That's your call, though. All right, you ready to review? All right, let's get right to it. Page 34 again. Have a calculator right by your side so you can multiply or add. I will let you guys know, after looking through all these questions on review for quiz number 1, I noticed some of them should have been put in the review for quiz number 2. So I'm not going to do all these problems. All right. Some of them should be pushed to review quiz number 2. So I'm actually going to start with question number 4 today. All right. Question number 4. 1, 2, and 3 should have been pushed to the review for the second half of this unit. So we'll do those later on. So I'm going to start with question number 4. You guys can go ahead and read through it. I don't want a bunch of hot garbage written down tomorrow. All right, I just don't have the patience for that anymore with a couple of you. All right, I don't want hot garbage written down. All right, I don't see the word or in here, so it can't be an add one, right? But then I'm thinking to myself, how many times is this spinner getting spun? That's my first thought in my mind is, all right, how many times is this spinner getting spun? Let's go. Here we go. Kian, how many times is this spinner getting spun? Not on today. Okay. I got fired up for no reason. Here we go. Mason, how many times is this spinner getting spun?
Just, and then, so twice.
Twice, right? Once by Keith, once by Julie. Hey, I'm spinning something twice. That means you're going to have to multiply 2 fractions. How do I know I'm multiplying and not adding? You're spinning it twice. 2 or more events, I multiply. All right, so one event is going to be an odd number on that spinner. That's going to be fraction number 1. Fraction number 2 would be a multiple of 4. If this helps you out tomorrow, do it. I'm going to write out the numbers 1 through 12 because it helps me if I see them actually written out in front of my face. If you guys don't need that, don't write them out then. Just the same thing. Like if I roll a die, write the numbers 1 through 6 out if it helps you. All right, first fraction. Probability I get an odd number now is going to be the first fraction. Odd number 1 through 12. What do you got? Boom, Will. Probability I get an odd number. First spin.
6 out of 12.
6 out of 12. Hey, if you guys want to reduce it to 1/2 tomorrow, you go right ahead. I'm going to keep 6 over 12. Other fraction, multiple of 4. If you guys forget what multiple means, that's just 4 times 1, 4 times 2, 4 times 3, 4 times 4. Anything divisible by 4 is a multiple of 4. All right, anything you can divide 4 into is a multiple of 4. All right, so what are my chances there? Here we go, Hunter. How many do I have there?
You have 3.
Good. I got 4, 8, and 12. That's 3 out of 12 choices. Everyone all right on where those fractions came from and why I'm multiplying them? 18 out of 144. You guys can leave that tomorrow. If you want to reduce it to 1/8, I'm okay with that too. Questions there? And again, you guys see I'm going hardcore and intense today.
I have a question,
Yep,
but
go.
I'm afraid it might not make that much sense.
Caroline, whatever you got, I want you to throw it out today. Go ahead. I meant throw it out to me. Don't literally, I don't want to hear it, throw it out. Go ahead.
So there's 3 multiples of 4.
Correct.
So it wouldn't be, you have 1 out of 3 chances.
No, remember it's got the spinner is 1 through 12. So the chances that I hit, I land on a number that's divisible by 4, I have 3 chances out of those 12 to land on a number divisible by 4.
Okay, yeah.
Okay?
Thanks.
Okay, no problem. Just anybody, just keep throwing them out. Don't do the raise your hand or chat stuff. I'm going too intense today. I'm not looking at that stuff. All right, go to number 5. Guys can read through number 5. All right, there should be something that I put into the directions that tell you what's going to happen here eventually. Forget about the final answer. You should know that it is going to be a multiplication question. Anybody know I know it's going to be a multiplication? Anybody see anything embedded in the directions that say multiplication?
With replacement.
Yep, there you go. With replacement. So I'm going to multiply, and I'm going to pick. Even if you don't see that, you see we're picking 2 calculators. All right, 2 calculators we're picking. And it is with replacement. So keep that in mind when you write that second fraction, that you are replacing it, putting everything back in the box. Both are defective. So let's go first pick out of the box. First pick out of the box, chances you get a defective calculator. What's that first fraction going to look like? Will, going back to you, defective calculator first.
It's 3 out of 11.
Yep, 3 out of 11. With replacement, guys, everything goes back in the box. It's all there now. So second pick now. What should that fraction be for another defective calculator? Everything back in the box. Ella, what do you think?
Would it be? So would it just be 1 over 9?
Where's that coming from? Now remember, Ella, I picked a defective one. I put it back in. So everything I started with, Ella, because I replaced it, is back in that box. All the original stuff is back in there.
Okay.
So how many defective calculators are still in there?
So then it would still be 3 over 11?
Correct. Yes, it's still 3 out of 11. When you guys see with replacement, that means everything gets put back in after the first try. So 3 out of 11, 3 out of 11, top times top, bottom times bottom, 9 out of 121. And just a heads up, you couldn't reduce 9 out of 121. You cannot reduce it, but sometimes in a multiple choice question, the reduced answer is there instead of the one that you got first. All right, so just a heads up on that. If you don't see your answer, the reduced answer is probably there. Any issues here with replacement? Because now I'm going to change the directions on you when we go to number 7. 7A. We're not going to do 7B, by the way. 7B's out. That's way too much for what I need you guys to do. 7B's out. 7A, though, absolutely fair game. All right, everyone got it? Well, I'm drawing 2 marbles. So right there should tell you what we're going to end up doing if I'm drawing 2 marbles. And also, if you don't see we're drawing 2, you also should see that we are not replacing the first one. So multiply 2 marbles. 2 marbles. All right, both have to be blue. So first pick, blue marble out of the bin. Blue marble coming out of the bin. Eliana, what do you got? Chances, what's my first fraction for a blue marble?
That'd be 4 out of 6.
Good job, 4 out of 6. I keep 1 blue marble. That's what it means by not replaced. I am keeping that blue marble I just picked. So think about how many blue marbles are left and how many total marbles are left. All right, I am keeping that blue marble in my hand, throw it, whatever you do, whatever. It's not getting put back in. So what are my chances of picking another one now? Will, going back to you, last time for you today.
3 out of 5.
There you go. 3 are there now and 5 total marbles. Good, Will, nice. Questions on that? That's different than the last problem because I'm not replacing here. And then 12 on top, 30 on the bottom. Feel free to leave that as an answer. If you want to go further, you can reduce it to now 2 out of 5. Any questions there? All right, let's go to 8. Nothing with or without replacement this time. Which one cannot be a probability of an event A? Which one of these 4 could not be a possible probability answer? Take a look at them. Think about what we talked about day 1 of probability. Which one cannot be a probability answer? There we go. Caroline?
Right.
Okay, just explain to your classmates why it can't be 1.25.
Probability can't be greater than 1.
Good job. Probability cannot be greater than 1. I don't know if some of you thought it was going to be choice 2 because that was a decimal. Remember, you can have probability as a fraction, a decimal, but they can't be bigger than 1. And you can also have it as a percent, but that can't be bigger than 100%. All right, so probabilities can't be bigger than 1 as a fraction or decimal, and it can't be bigger than 100% as a percent. All right, good job, Caroline. All right, 9. I'll let you guys go ahead and read through it. All right. Just real easy question at first, because this will determine where we're going to go here. Hunter, how many times am I rolling this die?
You're rolling it 3 times.
All right, guys, you're rolling it 3 times. So you guys, I'm doing it more than once. So that means I'm going to have to multiply. But now you won't have 2 fractions. You're going to have 3 because you're rolling the die 3 times. All right, I'm rolling it 3 times. So 3 fractions all multiplied. All right, somebody tell me something about roll number 1, a number greater than 3. And this is also what I was talking about earlier with the spinner. If you guys want to write out the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the die, go ahead. Maybe easier for you guys to actually see it instead of thinking about it. All right, so first roll, number greater than 3. That's my first fraction. What are the chances I get a number greater than 3? What's going there? Here we go, Nick. Good morning.
Good morning. 3 out of 6.
3 out of 6 that I roll a number greater than 3. Next roll, the second fraction, number greater than 4 now. A number greater than 4 now. What's that fraction going to look like? Top of the page, Bassett, what do you got? Number bigger than 4.
2 out of 6.
2 out of 6. And then finally, roll number 3, the third fraction, a number greater than 5. Nick, going back, what do you got? Number greater than 5.
1 out of 6.
There you go. So everyone all right where that's coming from? I'm just finding the probability of each roll, what they want. There's no with or without replacement here. There's only one die. All right, and then that ends up being 6 out of 216. So slim chance you're going to do that on 3 rolls, huh? And if you want to reduce, as we always talk about, 1 over 36. So I know a lot of you are probably thinking, I'm just going to multiply. My chances are pretty good if I just end up multiplying. I'll probably get it right. Maybe, unless you see that word or. Any questions from you guys? All right, let's keep grinding it out. We're almost done. All right, I've done a lot of multiplying with you guys with and without replacement. I just also want you to remember there will be tables on there, two-way frequency, two-way tables like we did yesterday. So let's set one up here and fill it in. 171 males, 180 females. Okay, remember our table's got to have 2 categories. It looks like one category is going to be gender, right? So males. And again, you can put this on the side. You can put it on top. Females. Let's see, what's the other category going to be? I got males and females are commuting more than 30 minutes outside the city. All right, so that looks like my other category is let's see, more than 30 minutes. What's going to be the other one then? Because I always need 2 for each, at least 2. More than 30. Where do you think the other one's going to be? If you're not commuting more than 30.
Less than 30.
Less than 30-minute commute, right? And I noticed when I was correcting your assignments earlier today, which you did a nice job on, a lot of you, nice job. A lot of you guys decided not to put the total in. You don't have to. I just think it's when you answer questions based off the table, it's always nice to have a total column in there already, so you don't have to add anything up. All right, go ahead, fill it in. Go ahead, take your numbers, fill it in correctly. I have a lot of faith in you guys that you can do this. I saw it yesterday on your assignment. And I'll fill it in a second. Okay, guys, quickly check. Here you go. $132, $39, $171, $151, $29, $180, $283, $68, and $351. All right. Tomorrow, I'll let you know. I will already have the table designed for you. You just got to fill it in with numbers. And then I'll have like a part B and C after it where you answer probability questions based off the table. All right. So you do not have to do your own from scratch tomorrow. I set it up for you. You just got to fill in the numbers for me and then answer a few questions off of it. Any issues with the tables? Okay. So let's roll. All right, a die is rolled. What's the probability that the number is even or, oh, hey, how you been? Haven't seen you today. Or less than 4. All right. Or less than 4. So, all right, that automatically signals to me that's the only time I can add is if I see that or. If it helps you, because there's only 6 choices, right? If it helps you, write them out. All right, if it helps you, write them out. All right, let's do this. Number is even. First fraction, what's it going to be? First fraction, number is even. What happened to my... There it is. Bassett, number is even. What do you got?
3 out of 6.
There you go. Thank you. 3 out of 6 plus the number is less than 4 now. Less than 4. So on a die, what's your choices for less than 4? What are your chances? Ella, what are your chances? Numbers less than 4 on a die.
3/6.
Okay, 3/6. Now, because we're doing the or, did Bassett and Ella both count the same number twice or any numbers twice here? Did they count the same numbers twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. What number did they count? What number did they both count?
2.
2, right? Bassett counted it because it was even, and then Ella counted it because it was less than 4. Can't happen. So I need to subtract out 1 out of 6, which represents that 2. Plus, guys, if you leave 3 out of 6 plus 3 out of 6, you're going to get a probability of 1. I don't think that's going to be... Every roll I do, it's going to be even or less than 4. No. So it's going to be 5 out of 6 here. 5 out of 6. Questions? Okay, I want to show you this too before I move on to the next one. If you're a little nervous about that, here's a real simple way of doing this problem. Write out the numbers 1 through 6. Write out the numbers 1 through 6. The number is even. Circle all the even numbers. Or it's less than 4. Circle all the numbers less than 4. You're going to have 5 of them out of 6. There's the other way to do it. If you want to list them out and just circle all the choices instead, you're still going to get 5 out of 6. Whatever works for you. All right, good news. I think this is good news anyway. I'm not going to do number 13 with you because I did not put any card questions on there tomorrow. All right, it's unfair for me to do that because some of you guys aren't familiar with cards as other people are. So I thought it was very unfair to put a card question on if you're not familiar with the deck of cards. All right, it makes the difficulty of the question that much harder. All right, so there's no card questions on there tomorrow. All right, so don't worry about it. All right, 14 and 15, and we are through. 14 and 15. So a die is rolled and a penny is tossed. Probability that you roll a 3 on the die and a head is tossed on the penny. Okay, how many events are happening here? How many events? Ooh, there we go. Sophia, how many events are occurring here?
2.
There, good job. Rolling of a die, tossing of a penny. Die times penny. I just got to know what goes in there now. A 3 is rolled on the die. A 3 is rolled. What's my first fraction? Hunter, you're good for today. Here we go. 2. Not here either. Oh, Isaiah's there. Here we go. Isaiah, rolling a 3.
3 out of 6.
Oh, come on now.
1 out of 6.
1 out of 6. There's the die. Penny now. Flip the penny, everybody. A head on the penny. What's my fraction there? Here we go. Liz, what's my fraction? Head on a penny. I'm just flipping a coin, Liz, and I just want to know head on.
1 out of 2.
1 out of 2. There you go. Everyone all right? That first fraction's getting a 3 on a die. The second fraction is tossing a penny and getting a head. So 1 out of 12. Last one. And I do realize the last one is a card question, but it also involves with and without replacement. So I'm going to do it with you. All right. I'll just tell you right now there. Let's see. This involves clubs, 13 clubs in the deck, 52 cards, remember. 13 clubs. And what else is there? It's a heart question too. 13 hearts. All right, I want to do this question because it does involve with and without replacement. But yes, there will be no cards on the quiz tomorrow. So you draw a club, then you draw a heart in that order. A club, then a heart, but you don't put the first card back, as you can see in parentheses. The first card was not put back. So multiply, because this is without replacement, 2 cards, 2 fractions. All right, I gave you all the information you need to know off to the side. So chances you get a club first. What's that first fraction going to look like? Club first. Ella, what do you think? Club first. How many out of how many?
Okay, can you repeat the question?
Yep, no problem. It happens being remote all the time. Picking a club out of the deck of cards first.
It would be 13 out of 52.
Good job. 13 out of 52 for my first one. Remember, guys, I do not put that club back. I keep it in my hand. I do not put it back in the deck of cards. So the deck of cards is missing a club right now. What's the probability I get a heart next now? A heart on the next one. If I'm holding in my hand, I have 1 club. Probability you get a heart next. Bassett, what do you got?
13 out of 51.
Good job. There's still 13 hearts there because I had a club in my hand. But instead of 52 cards, great job, Bassett, there's 51 instead. And then from there, 169 out of a pretty decently large number, 2652. And again, you guys want to reduce tomorrow, 13 out of 204. All right. Again, when to multiply, when to add. Just remember, when you're adding tomorrow, good job, but do you have to subtract out anything that you counted twice? And then you guys also have those 2-way tables to fill in for me tomorrow. Questions at all before we break? Just remember your side camera. I know it's been a couple, probably before break, actually a lot. Yeah, definitely. Before break, we had our last quiz. So just remember your side camera tomorrow. It'll be on Formative, on Classroom when class starts. Anything you want to ask before we break? I would just suggest look over past assignments, making sure whatever you got wrong, you don't do the same mistakes twice for tomorrow. All right, guys, get after it. If I don't see you between now and tomorrow, get after it tomorrow for me. All right? Good job today. Good job. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, thank you.
Yep, do well tomorrow. Do well.
I will.
Thanks, Caroline.
You said you were going to be here at 2:15?
I will be here 2:15 today, correct.
All righty, thank you.
Yep.
Have a good one.
You too.